What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a refreshed CO4 YouTube channel. That is right, we've got some new graphics, new thumbnails, and a new logo. Well, unfortunately, things on the pitch aren't looking as fresh. Reading 5, Carlisle United 1 is the final score here on the Tuesday night game. Wow, that's yes. January can't come quick enough. When we equalised to make it 1-1. I was quite optimistic, and then we were 3-1 down before you knew it. And I was just thinking, we're in trouble this season. This is a relegation fight. I thought we may be okay with like an 18th or a 19th. But I think now it is a full-on relegation fight. In coming into a month of December, there's 5 games before the January transfer window, and you're looking at these games. Blackpool's one of them games. The Blackpool are a very good team. Don't get me wrong, they've got double our points at the moment. However, a good away support, like Bolton, not as many as Bolton, obviously, but a good away support, and we could nick something there. You don't know, do you know what I mean? With the atmosphere from that away end. Northampton are a team that came up with us, and I'm not saying I wouldn't fancy our chances, but, there's only 8 points between us and them. They're not the most prolific team. They've lost 9, we've only lost 10. So you're looking at Northampton at home. Hopefully, a game where we'll be able to get something. Then you've got Cheltenham, who are bottom of the league, on the 23rd of December. Then we travel to Fleetwood, who are currently 21st. So, there's 2 teams in the relegation zone. And then you've got Wigan, who are 14th. Obviously, they had the points deduction, which didn't help them. But that's a massive month we've got coming up in December. But I'm looking at you focus on Northampton, the team that come up with you. You're looking at Fleetwood and Cheltenham, especially in the relegation zone. Cheltenham, of course, being a home as well. But if we're not going to pick up points against Cheltenham and Fleetwood, then I think we are in serious trouble. With no disrespect to them, that's just going really off league position and everything. And wow, I mean, yeah, it was awful last night. It's one of the. It reminded me of that Mansfield game where we were 4-0 down at half time. A really, really poor display. Just overall, to be honest. Carlisle United started with the team lineup of Thomas Hawley, Josh Emmanuel, Sam Lavelle, Ben Barkley, Jack Armour, Dylan McGeoch, Owen Moxon, John Mellish, Jack Robinson, Jordan Gibson, and Joe Garner. Joe Garner went off very, very early on with an injury, which is, you just summed up the game really, didn't it? With McCalmont, Butworth, Edmondson, Sean Maguire, and Luke Plange coming on throughout the game as well, but no real impact from any of the substitutes. The game was done at half time. We had a good spell between sort of the 50th and 60th minutes, where we had a few opportunities where you thought if we could have nicked a goal to make it 3-2, it would have been anyone's game, but it didn't come, and then obviously we conceded another 2, and that really killed the game off. But the first 3 goals really disappointing to concede. A Sam Lavelle own goal from sort of a lower cross, similar for the second and third goal, to be honest with you. Really poor. I mean, one of the goals, Luke Plange thinks he's been fouled and just stops. Like, that's ridiculous. You don't see that. I've coached football from under 12s up to under 18s level, and I've never seen that at under 12s level, let alone a professional footballer who parent club is in the Premier League. Absolutely ridiculous effort. It's not the first time you said that with Luke Plange either, about his effort. But yeah, he just stopped, and then they got on the break and scored. And you just laugh, because if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, because it was awful. And then Luke Plange gets one back to make it 1-1, just 3 minutes after the Sam Lavelle goal. And you think, wow, what a turnaround that is. We went 1-0 down in the 26th minute. We've equalised in the 29th minute. Great response from the lads. And then 2 minutes later, we're 2-1 down again. And you just, like, what's going on? And then, obviously I got that third. Went into half-time 3-1 down. As I say, we had that good sort of spell between the 10th minute, the 50th and 60th minute, that 10-minute spell, where I think Plange had one cleared off the line. There was one where, I'm not sure who it was, but he possibly could have squared it to Gibson. Maybe just didn't see him, possibly. But and then they got it. I mean, their 4th goal, don't get me wrong, that Lewis Wing goal was absolutely superb. Great finish from him. Taking absolutely nothing away from him there. Great finish. And then they really killed the game off 5 minutes later in the 83rd minute, where just just to take the mick, their player literally has enough time and space on the ball. He basically stops the ball dead and has a look around him just to see how much space he's got, and then puts the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, I mean, we came into this game with a bit of optimism. Reading haven't had the best start of the season, or anything like that. But we've been absolutely torn apart there. We weren't good enough from minute one, to be honest, and we didn't deserve anything from the game. I haven't heard Simo's interview, and nothing's been uploaded at the time of me speaking to you, but I'll be very, very intrigued to see what Paul Simpson has to say on this. Poor. Just really, really poor. And a massive credit, can I just say, to the 500 or so Carlisle fans who made that trip down to Reading on a Tuesday night. I mean, that is absolutely incredible support. And, it's very disappointing to hear that only Sam Lavelle and Edmondson came over to clap. That one is disappointing. As I read that on Twitter, so whether that is factually correct or not, I don't know. But if it is, that is very disappointing. But yeah, wow. Very disappointing. One of the worst Carlisle games I have seen. Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't there. I watched it on iFollow, but one of the worst Carlisle games I have seen. And yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We need to get to that January transfer window, and we need to invest well. We need to pick out the players that are going to come in and actually be bothered about this club. We need players that are going to come in and actually want to commit to a fight, want to put an effort in. You can get certain loan players that come in that are just here to try and get their career off, and they're not really bothered about the club. So we really need the right investment in January, whether that is loan players, free agents, or signings. But we need something, and we need something fast. Yeah, disappointing. Really awful watch. Their commentary team as well. Jesus Christ, man, one of the worst commentary teams I've ever heard. But hey ho, it is what it is. We move. I've seen on Twitter there's a few people saying win, lose or draw, up the Blues, of course. And if anyone is doubting if Paul Simpson's the right man for the job, Go into a corner and just have a think about what you're saying. Absolutely ridiculous statement. Some people on Twitter tonight, absolutely ridiculous. If it wasn't for Paul Simpson, we'd be in a relegation fight in the National League with like Hartlepool and Rochdale and stuff. Not in League One against ex-Premier League sides. With new owners and a buzz. But unfortunately, that buzz has fizzled out a little bit on the pitch from Saturday to today, but we now have 11 days off, which I think the players really need a rest, and let's take that 11 days off. The next game is Blackpool on the 9th of December. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff down there. Safe travels to anyone making that trip. My preview will be up, of course, in time for that game. Probably be live around Friday or Saturday, just because we don't have a game this weekend. Unless Blackpool have a game on Saturday, which I'm not sure, then it will come out on Sunday. But stay tuned for that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do you like the new graphics? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, I've been CU4, and I'll see you in the next one.